The Diary of Samuel Pepys, 1661. January. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Nicole Lee. The Diary of Samuel Pepys, 1661, by Samuel Pepys. January. 1660 to 61. At the end of the last and the beginning of this year, I do live in one of the houses belonging to the Navy Office, as one of the principal officers, and have done now about half a year. After much trouble with workmen, I am now almost settled, my family being myself, my wife Jane, Will Hewer, and Wayman, my girl's brother. Myself in constant good health, and in a most handsome and thriving condition. Blessed be Almighty God for it. I am now taking of my sister to come and live with me. As to things of state, the King settled and loved of all, the Duke of York matched to my Lord Chancellor's daughter, which do not please many, the Queen upon her return to France with the Princess Henrietta, the Princess of Orange lately dead, and we into new mourning for her. We have been lately frighted with a great plot, and many taken up on it, and the fright not quite over. The Parliament, which had done all this great good to the King, beginning to grow factious, the King did dissolve it December 29th last, and another likely to be chosen speedily. I take myself now to be worth £300 clear in money, and all my goods and all manner of debts paid, which are none at all. January 1st. Called up this morning by Mr. Moore, who brought me my last things for me to sign for the last month, and to my great comfort tells me that my fees will come to £80 clear to myself, and about £25 for him, which he hath got out of the pardons, though there be no fee due to me at all out of them. Then comes in my brother Thomas, and after him my father, Dr. Thomas Pepys, my uncle Fenner, and his two sons, Antony's only child dying this morning, yet he was so civil to come, and was pretty merry, to breakfast. And I had for them a barrel of oysters, a dish of neat's tongues, and a dish of anchovies, wine of all sorts, and North Down ale. We were very merry till about 11 o'clock, and then they went away. At noon I carried my wife by coach to my cousin Thomas Pepys, where we, with my father, Dr. Thomas, cousin Stradwick, Scott, and their wives, dined. Here I saw first his second wife, which is a very respectful woman, but his dinner a sorry poor dinner for a man of his estate, there being nothing but ordinary meat in it. To-day the King dined at a lord's 2 doors from us. After dinner I took my wife to Whitehall. I sent her to Mrs. Pierce's, where we should have dined to-day, and I to the Privy Seal, where Mr. Moore took out all his money, and he and I went to Mr. Pierce's, in our way seeing the Duke of York bring his lady this day to wait upon the Queen, the first time that ever she did since that great business, and the Queen is said to receive her now with much respect and love. And there he cast up the fees, and I told the money, by the same token £100 bag, after I had told it, fell all about the room, and I fear I have lost some of it. That done, I left my friends and went to my Lord's, but he being not come in, I lodged the money with Mr. Shepley, and bade good night to Mr. Moore, and so returned to Mr. Pierce's, and there supped with them, and Mr. Pierce, the purser, and his wife and mine, where we had a calf's head carboned, but it was raw, and we could not eat it, and a good hen, but she is such a slut that I do not love her victuals. After supper I sent them home by coach, and I went to my Lord's, and there played till 12 at night at cards, at best, with J. Goods and N. Osgood, and then to bed with Mr. Shepley. 2nd. Up early, and being called up to my Lord, he did give me many commands in his business, as about taking care to write to my uncle that Mr. Barnwell's papers should be locked up, in case he should die, he being now suspected to be very ill. Also, about consulting with Mr. W. Montague for the settling of the £4,000 a year that the King had promised my Lord, as also about getting of Mr. George Montague to be chosen at Huntingdon this next Parliament, etc. That done, he to Whitehall stairs with much company, and I with him, where we took water for Lambeth, and there coach for Portsmouth. The Queen's things were all in Whitehall Court ready to be sent away, and Her Majesty ready to be gone an hour after to Hampton Court to-night, and so to be at Portsmouth on Saturday next. I by water to my office, and there all the morning, and so home to dinner, where I found Poll, my sister, was come, but I do not let her sit down at table with me, which I do at first that she may not expect it hereafter from me. After dinner I to Westminster by water, and there found my brother Spicer at the Leg, with all the rest of the Exchequer men, most of whom I now do not know, at dinner. Here I staid and drank with them, and then to Mr. George Montague about the business of election, and he did give me a piece in gold. So to my Lord's, and got the Chester plate brought to the Exchequer, and my brother Spicer put it into his treasury. So to Will's with them to a pot of ale, and so parted. I took a turn in the Hall, and bought the King and Chancellor's speeches at the dissolving the Parliament last Saturday. So to
Sample complete. Ready to continue?